And we're here at Breakforth in Edmonton, Alberta with Jaylene Johnson. You know what, I love your songwriting. You're a great singer, but one of the things that I love about you is the way you frame lyrics. And I have 5 of my favorite songwriters from Canada. Amy Skye, she's amazing. Jan Arden, Carolyn Aarons, Ali Matthews, and Jaylene Johnson.
Wow.
You have this way you frame lyrics. Where did that come from?
Wow. I've always loved words. In fact, a kid used to tease me and call me dictionary in school. But and much to my husband's chagrin, even deleting emails, there's something powerful about words. So deleting words people have sent me or cards I've been given, they pile up in my house. So I think it's an innate thing, and you've probably spoken with lots of writers where that's just the case. Turns of phrases, how words can work together, the double meanings or triple meanings of words, and it's fascinating. Yeah,
well, you do a great job of it.
Thank you.
You've got a brand new album out, Potter and Clay, and it's your first album since about 2010. You were nominated for 7 Covenant Awards this year with that album. It's a beautiful record. I still say record.
Yeah,
I'm old enough to earn the right to just still say record.
And one of my nominations was actually with Jordan St. Cyr for his single on a different project.
Isn't he an amazing artist as well? And you co-wrote with him, right?
I did. Yeah.
Steve Bell, Brian Dirksen, Amy Skye all give you accolades and all talk about your stuff. That's pretty good company for them. There's multiple reviews talking about your record, not just Christian people commenting on your music, and I think that's pretty powerful. To have an impact being a person of faith, singing inside the gospel music industry, to reach outside of itself and have people that maybe don't have the same worldview say, yeah, but there's something authentic about Jaylene. That says something.
It's definitely a humbling thing. I mean, of course, we love getting great reviews wherever they're coming from. But yeah, some sort of truth-telling in the songs is resonating.
That's beautiful to hear. You went through some stuff. I mean, we all do, but you've got an incredible story. 2004, you had a head-on collision. It caused you to have some issues, and during a surgery, they did something to your throat. You thought you may never sing again. You went from being told you're never going to have kids to having a kid. You went from being single to being married. You've had all of these things and many more.
Yeah.
How has that shaped not only your faith, but your songwriting? What do you talk about? Have those experiences made that kind of an impact on you?
They have, and I'd say more recently in my writing, my record in 2004 came from a very authentic place. And that's not to say that the next one didn't, but the next one was more about co-writes I'd done as a songwriter, and I had so much fun doing that. I'd been working with a publisher out of Toronto, and I just really wanted to release something. But this last record, Potter and Clay, chronicles the stories and coming through what we call in Christianity desert time. Right. And that time where we might feel forgotten, or like our dreams have died, or does God still hear us? Am I still relevant at my age? And I remember sitting on my couch. I was a terrible couch potato, and eating lots of potato chips and wondering would I ever sing again, and doubting that because I had so many vocal troubles. And then here I was, middle-aged with no family, and what did life mean? Contemplating all those things. And really everything started to unroll very quickly. I found out that I was pregnant the night before I left for a cabin, where I ended up writing the bulk of this record. And I ended up releasing a record and having a child the same year. So,
just a few changes that were going on in your life at that time. There was a quote on your website, and I love the way it was framed. I hope I can do it justice. Her name is Alana Lewandowski, and she said this: what happens when a prose songwriter converges at the point of faith, suffering, and truth-telling? Potter and Clay, mentioning your CD, is what happens. Jaylene has heartbreakingly and beautifully outdone herself at the meeting place of craftsmanship and the human journey. And I, this morning, before we got together, was listening to Fallen. And I just thought, what a beautiful rendition and interpretation of Romans 7. that constant reminder that we do what we don't want to do, and we're back again, and God forgive me. Where did that, was that reminiscent of a specific thing? Where does that kind of journey for a song like Fallen come from?
I'm glad you asked. You know, on the one hand, it's part of our liturgy at the church that I go to. As we make confession before heading up for communion, we will say, you know, for things done, better left undone. But also, I knew that with this album and with these songs, I wanted to tell my story, and part of my story is regret. Regret over things that I've done and things that I've said. And yet, having seen the merciful hand of God, that I am not falling into a place of hopelessness. I'm actually, God has met me and caught me. And so, so while it was inspired in many ways, because every week we say these words at liturgy, and they always stuck with me, inspired by Scripture. It's deeply personal.
I'm so glad you were willing to do this. Congratulations on the record.
Thank you.
It's fantastic.
Thank you.
I will listen to it a lot,
Yay.
and I actually mean that.
Thank you.
But I'm so glad that you were here.
Yeah,
Thanks
it's
for
great
doing
chatting
this.
with you.